Rock hard entertainment. Rock hard entertainment.
All right, welcome to Brock Hard Entertainment. This video is a little bit special to me. We're coming up on 800 subs, so I thought I'd do something cool for you guys. So what I did was I sampled a bunch of stuff from the song Daft Punk by Daft Punk. And so I got pretty much everything that makes up the song, and we're also going to create the lead from scratch using the modular synth. So that is an extra bonus.
Preview of sound.
On here, I'm going to have this whole Caustic project available to download in the description of this video. So if this is something you want to be a part of, go ahead and check that out in the description. So I'm going to go over some of the stuff that comes in the it's just going to be a Caustic file. It's not going to be individual presets. So you guys can save the presets within the Caustic file if that's something that you want to do. So here are the drums. Here's a breakdown. And I just routed the sample to C4, so do whatever you want with this. And here's the last sample. So now we're going to make the lead from scratch using the modular. So I'm going to go a little bit fast because I notice you guys don't really watch my entire videos. A lot of my videos are like 15-20 minutes. You guys watch like 3-4 minutes of it, so maybe I'm going too slow. So let's speed things up. So here are two oscillators. We're going to add those here. We're going to add a DADSer envelope here, and then we're also going to add a 2-input mixer right here. We're also going to use a filter. We're going to use the resonant LP because it's got the 24 decibel boost on here, which really helps bring out the sound. We're also going to use an envelope to modulate this sound. If you guys don't know how envelopes work and stuff, I have a tutorial on envelopes, understanding the modular synth. So if you want to learn about those, check out that video. So we are going to, let's add a scope for fun. And now, let's just plug some stuff in here. All right, so here are two oscillators here. We need to go to the note control voltage into the notes. So with this, it gives you different pitches. Without this, so voltage gets sent through the keyboard and through here, and then so it knows it's like, oh, okay, you just hit C5. That's why we put this here. We're going to take the outs of the envelopes into the modulation ports because we are going to do a change in sound over time with this envelope. So we are going to go from the outs into the ins over here because, look, we only have one of these ports, but we have two oscillators, so this needs to get condensed down to one out. But this out's going to go into the in of this filter. Now, it's noteworthy that you need to bring the same out as the same in. So here's the in, and here's the out. If you go into this in, you need to go to this out, because if you go to what we used, it's a resonant LP times 2. That means that there's 2 ins and 2 outs. Now, from this out, we're going to go into the oscilloscope because this is the end of the chain pretty much. It just goes out from the speakers here, so this is what we want to, what the frequency is going to look like once it's coming out of the speakers. Now, last but not least, we're going to take the outs of this second DADSer envelope and bring it into the cutoff and the resonance. Now, the cutoff is going to cut off frequencies. That's what it does. Resonance adds a small band of frequencies. And we are going to be able to modulate this. So, using this envelope. Okay, now it is noteworthy that I've already put in the notes. If you guys want to know what notes it are, just pause the video and look at this right now. I gotta go a little bit down for this one. And here's the last bar. So just pause the video, or you could just go into the description and download the video, and these notes will be sitting here waiting for you. So now that we have stuff plugged in, we should have sound. All right, success. So what I'm going to do right now is we're going to go down and I'm going to solo the drums, unmute the modular. So we should have, okay, because I'm in song mode. Okay, here we go. Nice wimpy sine wave. So let's take this sine wave and bring it to a sawtooth. Now we can listen. Loud. Let's turn this down. And we're also going to turn the mixer down to about right here. Oh, now we could actually add some reverb to this modular. I'm going to take it to about 9 o'clock with the reverb and just slightly bring up the delay. Now, if you guys want to know, I did change the global settings on the reverb. I think that the delay is just stock. Like if you fire up a new project, the delay is going to be like this. But I did change the room size, probably the dampening as well, and I did the echoes. It's just a button. So now you know. And the thing is 111 beats per minute. Let's go back to the modular. If you want to do a little shortcut to get back to things instead of scrolling up, just double click that, and there you are back here. So you know what? Let's add a distortion effect. Now the pre is the volume of the signal of the modular coming into this effect. So this pre and the amount does determine on how much distortion is the sound, and the post is just a volume going out. If you want to learn more about distortion, I have a tutorial on that. So now we can listen. Starting to sound a little bit better, but still nowhere even close. So the next thing we need to do is drop an octave. So I'm going to be making little changes, and I'm going to be letting you guys hear what's happening. So now that we changed the octave, hear it. A little bit stronger bass on here. So now I'm going to take this attack, and attack just fades the sound in. So notice what happens on the oscilloscope. See how it gets from small to big? That's because it fades in the sound, but we don't need that much of an attack. Probably about right here is good. Not too much. You probably even barely notice the difference. You can notice it's very fast, but it's still a little bit of an attack. So now I'm going to actually take the... I'm going to flip this to 24 dB and take the cutoff in the res and bring it up to about 12 o'clock, somewhere around there. So I'm going to hit play and watch and let you guys watch this. Oh yeah, the dB. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Now I'm going to do the sustain and the decay of this envelope. And remember, this is controlling the filter. So watch what happens when I mess with the decay and the sustain. Where I'm going to bring them both to about 12 o'clock. So definitely change the sound in here, but we're still not quite there. Now watch what happens when I mess with the attack. This is what's going to give us that whoop, that growl at the beginning. So listen right now. There's not the whoop, but watch this. Now listen. It gives us that wow sound at the very beginning. But we don't need that much. We just need a little bit. I want just a little bit of the wow. So we can put it just pretty much right here. Sounds pretty good, but it's lacking in body. It's a real short, kind of plucky sound. Wow, 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 wow. And we don't want that. We want to bring the release up here, and this is what's really going to create that the full sound of it. So here we go. Now it's just pretty much how much do you want to mess around with the settings. It's all about personal preference and stuff. So watch what happens when I mess with the cutoff. We can make it real harsh. Now, it might be a little bit harsh right now, so if you feel it's a bit too harsh and you want to kind of tone it down a little bit, you're going to have to add another filter in here. So you might be thinking, well, how come I can't just mess with the cutoff a little bit? I'm going to show you why. We could either do the vintage ladder or the K35. It's up to you. They pretty much do the same result in this case. So watch what happens. We can take this out, now put it into the in because we want to filter this filter. So it's all just about what you want to cut out before it goes out of the speakers. So we can take this one now because this is going to be the true last chain of modular until it goes out of the speakers. So we can hit play, and then I'm going to just bring the cutoff down, and you'll see how it adds like almost a blanket over the sound. Now I'm going to show you why we needed the cutoff. So I'm going to take this back up. It's harsh again. Now watch what happens if we bring the cutoff down. Whoa, what was that? That was weird. It was like we got some weird feedback or something. That was crazy. So that's why we don't mess with the cutoff here, because it totally changes the sound, because we have the envelope modulating these filters here, the dials. So that's why we had to use another one just to kind of blanket the sound. I think it sounds pretty decent right now. So, I have pretty good confidence that you guys now know what you guys are doing. So feel free to adjust whatever you want to make it sound to your needs. I also highly suggest that you don't just mess around with this stuff. You guys use these sounds to create your own original music with it, because that's the ultimate goal, at least for most of us, is that we want to produce. We want to bring out our own tracks. I mean, some of you guys want to remix, and that's cool. That's great. It's just all about what you want to do. So use this to create. Use your creativity to make something special. So I'm just going to let this song play out, and we're done with this video. So thanks for letting me get to 800 subs, and I did it all without asking one person to subscribe or like any of my videos, and I actually take pride in that. Free will is a beautiful thing, and nobody should tell you what to do when you're watching a video. So I'm going to hit play, enjoy the rest of the song, and don't forget to that there is the option to download this within the description. I'll see you next video.